All right, let's talk about levels of stupid here. Um, this $1.5 trillion spending spree that Congress has just passed and sent off to Biden's desk, you know he's not going to veto that. They love spending money. Let's go another 1.5 trillion in the hole. Why not? But way down in the bottom end of that 2,700 plus page bill was gun control stuff. Um, my senator from this state, Republican, she will no longer ever have my vote because she's signed off on this bill. So screw her. Now, part of this bill is Nick's denial. So you go to a gun store, FFL, and do all the paperwork, 4473, and they run you through the NICS system, which is through the FBI, and you'll get denied. You might get delayed first, then denied. You might get denied right off. There could be a number of reasons for that. If you're actually stupid enough as a felon or somebody who's convicted of domestic violence, which is a misdemeanor, but you're a prohibited person, but if you're actually stupid enough that you are a prohibited person and you try and buy a gun to a dealer, you're just a friggin' idiot. That's beside the point. You take your average law-abiding person who is not prohibited, they go, they do their paperwork, they get a denial. They can appeal it right now. Why did I get denied? I don't have criminal history, whatever. Maybe something screwed up in the computers. Who knows? Um, I had, when I had my gun shop, FFL, I actually had a drug enforcement agent, a DEA guy, um, get held up for about 20 minutes on a gun purchase because this is a guy I've known for years. Used to work with him, and he ain't no criminal. Why did he get held up? And he goes, "Oh, it happens every time. Whenever I try and buy something, it always happens." I said, "Why is that?" He goes, "Well, because there's this big black dude down in Washington, D.C., and I'm looking at a white dude, has the same name and same date of birth as him. Different races, black dude, white dude, but the same name, same date of birth. That flags it." So yeah, he got jammed up for about 20 minutes, and I actually did that one on the phone. Uh, Back before the COVID, I wasn't all that busy, so I did my background checks on the phone for people. Didn't take that long. Usually I'd call and they picked up in 30 seconds. We got done usually within inside of 3 minutes. And I said to the person on the other end, I said, "You know how stupid this is?" They're like, "What do you mean?" I said, "This guy I'm looking at is a drug enforcement agent. I know who he is. And he's getting jammed up." I said, "I'll tell you what you're looking at. You're looking at some black dude down in Washington, D.C. that's got our big, long rap sheet. That's what's snagging up this process." "Well, how do you know that?" "Well, I'm not stupid." So eventually, I got to proceed, got the green light. He was able to walk out the door with his gun that he wanted. So there you go. Now let's get into a little more stupid. Okay? For the last, 19 years, I guess, I've been able to buy guns from a federal dealer. Okay? Never had an issue at all. I would go in, do the 4473, give them government issue photo ID. They do what they need to do the background check. Always had proceeds right off the bat. No problem at all. Until I got a federal firearms license. So to get that FFL, I had to submit an application twice. I did two of them. I had to send in a whole smorgasbord of crap to the ATF, fingerprints. They did background check on me. They got my fingerprints. Um, Copy of everything had to go to a law enforcement agency that has jurisdiction for my area. They had to okay it. So if they had shot me down, then I wouldn't have been able to have a gun shop. Well, police chief in this town knows me. Yeah, he didn't give a crap. So ATF guy comes, meets with me, make sure I'm not some squirrely guy, out on some back road somewhere. Make sure I was legit. Yep, everything's good to go. License got issued. So here's the license. It's issued. I had to sign my name on it. It was issued to my business name. I'm the responsible party for that FFL. Okay? So with that FFL, I could sit right here on my computer, get on Gunbroker, get on wholesaler sites, distributors. I could order guns, have them delivered right to my place of business, which I ran from a building on my property. Have them sent right here. Okay? No paperwork involved, really. Whenever something showed up from Lipsy's, Chattanooga, whoever I was ordering stuff from, they'd toss in a copy of their FFL so I'd have it. And before they shipped it, they verified my FFL online that it was active. End of story. That's all it took. With that FFL, as long as I had a copy of it with me, I could go to friggin' Call Me Two Shits. Massachusetts. I could go there. I could go to New Jersey. I could go wherever. Walk into a gun shop. Oh, well, geez, there's some guns there I want. Guess what? I could get them. Residents of that state, all the hoops and bounds they get jumped through, licenses, all that crap. I didn't have to do that. I could drive myself right down to Massachusetts, go in a gun shop, and there's an AK if they're even allowed to have them down there, whatever. Well, I want 10 of them, and I want 10 of them. Guess what we had to do? They take a photocopy of my FFL. They'd verify it that it was an active license, not suspended or anything. Yep, everything goes back. It's an active license. And I'd get a copy of that license. Always swap licenses, so we know where the FFL I got from, because I got to log it in my book. They got to log it out in their book. Swap the licenses. Pay them the money. My ass walks out the door with 20 guns. Big deal. Throw them in the back of my vehicle. Drive home with them. Got an FFL. I could do that. I could go down to the post office with pistols, shove them in a box, and mail the damn things to another FFL. If you don't have an FFL, well, that's a federal crime. You can't do that. So, there came this day that I wanted to transfer a gun into my own name, right? You got a gun shop, you got to have to do that at some point. Well, I had to do a background check on myself to see if I could have a gun. Yeah, whatever. Fill up my own 4473, sign it, and then when the NTN comes through, the NIC transaction number comes through, you put that on there. And then on the 4473, who actually did the transfer? Me. So I transferred the gun from me to me. Well, the first time I tried to transfer the gun from me to me, guess what happened? I got delayed. So what the hell's up with this crap? It took 2 days for the FBI to pop a green light and say proceed. Huh. Really? I never had this issue before. But then all of a sudden, when I get a federal firearms license, where I can, like I said, go to a commie state and come home with 50 freaking guns if I want. Order them online, deliver them right here to the house, as many as I want. Uh, Sell them to people. Do transfers from other FFLs to people. I can do all that. But it took them 2 friggin' days to decide if I could have a gun. So, I was like, alright, well, maybe it's just a fluke. Time goes on, right? Something else came up. Thought, oh, this is kind of cool. I ought to have this for myself. Did the same thing. Transferred it from me to me. Same damn thing happened. 2 or 3 days. Delayed. Oh, yeah. On the 4473. Check off the delayed box. 3 days later, 2 days later, I finally get the green light. Like, this is ridiculous. So what do? I call up the local ATF IO guy, they call him. He's not even a sworn law enforcement officer. He's a civilian. But they're the guys that come around and do all your inspections, make sure all your guns are in order with your serial numbers against your books, paperwork, all that bullshit. I said, what's up with this crap? Why am I getting delayed? You know what his response was? Oh, get a U-pin. No, screw you. Fix your shit. Why do I need a unique personal identification number? No, I didn't need one before. I got an FFL. And now somewhere one of you feds has completely frigged up shit in your system. So now I'm getting delayed. And you tell me to get a U-pin? That's how screwed up this system is, alright? So now, with this legislation that's going through and is sitting on Big Joe's desk, if you get denied, you're a law-abiding citizen, you don't even get a speeding ticket, alright? No convictions, no history, no nothing. But for some reason, you get denied because of some system fluke. Guess what's going to happen once this becomes law? Like I said, there ain't no way Joe's going to veto this. He's going to sign it. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to have a criminal investigation opened on you. Ain't that awesome? You've done nothing wrong. You're not a criminal. Their shit's screwed up. But you are going to be criminally investigated. Ain't that just some awesome crap, huh?